everyone. Today, we're going to discuss a very special and thought-provoking story. The protagonist is a nun named Dharmadinnā, and the centerpiece of her story is an ordination ceremony specifically held for her, one that was unlike anything else in history. Let's dive straight into the most intriguing part. What exactly happened? Why would the Buddha break his own established rules for just one person? There must be an extraordinary reason behind this. The trouble with beauty. To understand this, we first need to meet Dharmadinnā. She was born into the family of an extremely wealthy minister, but from a young age, she was different. She possessed great spiritual resonance. It is said that, as a newborn, she cried incessantly, and nothing could soothe her until she heard the Dharma. The moment she heard the teachings, she stopped crying. You can see how deep her connection was. As she grew up, Dharmadinnā became a stunning beauty. However, this extraordinary appearance proved to be both a blessing and a major burden. Her beauty made her path to spiritual cultivation exceptionally rocky, a historic exception: ordination by messenger. Before we go further, there's a key word you need to know: ordination by messenger. Generally, for an ordination ceremony, you must be present in person before the entire assembly of monks and nuns. But ordination by messenger was a special allowance, a skillful means granted by the Buddha that allowed for a remote ordination. It was a complete departure from the norm and incredibly rare. The fact that the Buddha was willing to do this for Dharmadinnā tells us that her situation was truly unique. So, why did she need such special treatment? A path blocked by obstacles. Dharmadinnā's situation was one challenge after another. The forced engagement. Before she was even born, a marriage contract had already been set for her. The siege, when she expressed her desire to become a nun. Her fiancé was so enraged that he led a group of men to surround her house to prevent her from leaving. She eventually had to manifest supernatural powers to convince him to give up. The threat of kidnapping, even after she became a novice. Her beauty continued to draw unwanted attention. Men harbored dark intentions and even threatened to kidnap her. Because of this, it was physically impossible for her to travel safely to a distant location to receive the bhikkhuni precepts, the final step to becoming a fully ordained nun. How did she earn such a rare privilege from the Buddha? The answer lies hidden in her past lives.
The first clue of the power of the vow. Following the Buddha's perspective, let us travel back in time to Dharmadinnā's first relevant past life. During the era of Kasyapa Buddha, Dharmadinnā's predecessor was a highly respected spiritual teacher, a Khenmo. Interestingly, a story very similar to her current life happened to one of her disciples. That disciple also faced various obstacles and couldn't attend her ordination in person. Kasyapa Buddha, out of great compassion, made an exception and allowed her to be ordained by messenger. Seeing this, the teacher, Dharmadinnā's past self, planted a powerful seed in her heart. While standing before her disciple's stupa relic mound, she made a profound vow: may I, in a future life, become a bhikkhuni who receives ordination by messenger through the Buddha's special permission, and may I attain the ultimate fruits of enlightenment. This vow set her future destiny in motion. But wait, this explains the special ordination. But it doesn't explain why her path was so difficult, or why men were constantly causing her trouble. To find that answer, the Buddha revealed an even older, more turbulent past life, the source of the ordeal, a tale of hardship. This story is more dramatic than a soap opera. In that ancient life, her husband was a merchant who traveled often. He supposedly had a wooden flying machine to visit her secretly at night. When she became pregnant, her in-laws didn't believe the story of the flying machine and kicked her out. She was forced to beg on the streets, where a bandit leader tried to kidnap her and force her into marriage. To escape, she used her wits and disguised herself as a terrifying female demon to scare him away. Later, the bandit sold her to a brothel, where she again used the demon disguise to protect her purity. Eventually, after years of suffering and through her sheer determination and wisdom, She was reunited with her son and husband, while she accumulated great merit through her perseverance. The trauma and the entanglements of that life left a complex karmic imprint, connecting the dots, the law of karma. Now, let us bring all the pieces together. What does Dharmadinnā's journey across multiple lifetimes teach us? The Buddha's explanation is profound, and nothing she experienced was an accident. It was the direct result of the karmic equation. Obstacles given are obstacles received, and the difficulties she faced, the harassment, the pursuit, and the physical barriers to her practice were the echoes of the suffering and trouble she encountered and navigated in her past. Help given is help received on the flip side, because she had helped her disciple achieve ordination in a past life. She created the good cause that allowed the Buddha to help her in return. Her ancient vow bridged the gap across time. Conclusion and reflection. The story of Dharmadinnā leaves us with three clear lessons. Life is not random, and what we experience today is the fruit of our past actions. Paving the way for others, when you help others move forward smoothly, you are actually clearing your own future path. The power of intent. A sincere, powerful vow can shape our destiny across lifetimes. As we end today's story, I want to leave you with a question. Looking back at our own lives, our words, our choices, and our actions today, are we clearing obstacles for our future selves? Or are we digging new pits for ourselves to fall into? It is a question truly worth reflecting on.